Welcome back to EmRatThich channel, the best place to learn table tennis.
Hello, welcome back. Sun Yingsha lost to Chun Meng in the Paris Olympics 2024. Today, Sun Yingsha will answer several questions. The question is, Sun Yingsha, do you have any regrets about losing to Chun Meng in the women's singles? Frankly responding to various controversies, Sun Yingsha talks about responsibilities and dreams.
You started playing on the first day after the opening ceremony. You played until the day before the closing ceremony. There was one day when you felt the most tired. It was July 28th.
I think I am still physically fit. In terms of the usual preparations. In fact, this function of the body, I think everyone has enough reserves. But I think facing the Olympics, what consumes more is your energy. You are always thinking about techniques and tactics in your mind. I keep thinking about it. This kind of high concentration is definitely the most tiring. I prepare for each match one by one. If the first match is mixed doubles, I will prepare the mixed doubles video and preparations first. You will be given time to rest in between. There will be at least 3 to 4 hours of rest. So during these 3 to 4 hours, I will prepare for the next singles match. This kind of switching is relatively fast.
It should be said that the stimulus to the Chinese team is also quite large. Then there must be hope. Win it back in the 2024 Paris Olympics when this task fell on you. How do you face this goal?
Mixed doubles is the most stressful match this time, because there is only one pair of Chinese players. If there is any problem, it means that the gold medal has been lost. In fact, I think to people, whether it is mixed doubles or doubles, I think the key to cooperation is trust. The first is to achieve trust. The second is that you have to share the burden with him. You have to share the burden with him.
I can understand that cooperation is trust. But can you give me an example? For example, if two people face it together, what is trust when attacking again and again?
Because in mixed doubles, there is a round of balls that are at a disadvantage. There is a round of balls. It is the boy's ball that comes over and I may receive it, the quality of the ball that the boy passes, including speed and strength. It is indeed different from girls. So I also have to concentrate with high intensity on the premise that I can defend. Then he went to attack the girl over there. First, I let him trust me. The opponent male player won't toss spin too hard for me. I can definitely defend it steadily. Then you go attack the girl over there.
You two have been training together for so long. You know very well whether the other party can defend it. Why at the scene? You still have to tell him that you don't have to worry.
This is a kind of communication in the game. When people are nervous, you need to talk more to relieve it. Maybe it will get better. So it's the same on the court. If he loses one or I get nervous, the other person has to speak quickly. Just keep talking over and over. You can feel your heart slowly calming down. In your mixed doubles match with Wang Chuqin, are there any balls that you feel deeply impressed with? In the sixth game, the score was 8-1. I covered the ball that went straight at the end. And the situation was not so favorable at that time. We lost the sixth game. It's hard to say about the seventh game. That ball was crucial, after winning 9-8. Then 11-8. Describe the ball. Who caught the ball? I covered the ball in a straight line at the boy over there pulled it over. I defended him. That point was crucial. I think the quality of the ball pulled by that boy was quite high. There is no ball you haven't seen before, right? Yes. I always train against boys in normal training. You have adapted to their speed and strength. At that time, I felt that Wang Chukin actually, the situation was immediately at its peak.
After you two won the game, how to praise each other? I think as long as you win. Winning the gold medal, I think it doesn't matter whether you praise or not. It's not that important. Don't praise in your heart. In each other's heart, it's already great. We watched some short videos online. I think it's fun to be together with you two. It's just that he always looks at your face. No, it's possible that you've been together since childhood. In fact, you're very close in private and you know each other very well. Maybe sometimes he always makes two mistakes in training. Or maybe sometimes he doesn't play well. I would sometimes look at him. What do you mean by looking at him? I mean to let him play well.
他看得懂吗？他懂，他现在很懂了。出生于2000年11月的孙颖莎，被很多人称为球感超好的天赋型选手，首位00后世界第一。
Because you are a 3-event athlete, you also have women's singles. Then you should make sure you practice women's singles. Then we both have to practice. How can you find more time to practice in a day? It's morning dry exercise. It takes more than an hour longer than the average person to wake up in the morning. Normally, we wake up at 7:30. I do dry exercise at 6:30. What do I do for this hour? Practice serving and receiving.
从晨练开始，经历了一整天的训练后，孙颖莎习惯再给自己来个加练。
Normally, we finish at 7 p.m. I will practice for another 30 to 40 minutes. Then I go back to the room to take a shower, eat and treat myself. Then I go to bed and rest early. The next day, I woke up at 6:30 as usual. You can understand it if I say it this way. It's basically the same every day. It's a cycle according to this schedule. Everyone thinks you are a genius athlete. Your skills are not inferior to others. Why do you have to spend more time than others? I think it's probably talent. But I think if you really want to reach the top, it's the absolute highest level. You must have relied on hard work and talent. I think hard work is definitely the first, because everyone works very hard, including your daily schedule. We seem to be very tired. Under this situation, why do you want to be earlier? Because you want to be better than the average person. Isn't that the case? But I feel that when you keep chasing your dreams, when you keep chasing your goals, I feel very happy.
2022年2月，邱怡可成为孙颖莎新的主管教练。除了是她的教练，邱怡可也是那个等她哭完陪她拌嘴的伙伴。
I watched a short video. I think it's very interesting. You and your coach. Someone told you something. When did this happen? In what context did this sentence happen? Coach Kia has been coaching me for 2.5 years. First of all, he coached me for these 2.5 years. They will all recognize our efforts and achievements over the past 2 years. I think this is certain. Coach Kia is also very hardworking. He also joked with me. He originally had a few white hairs on this side. After the fight, a few white hairs also appeared on the right side. It's really not easy. It's also
The time the coaches spent with us is much longer than the time they spent with their families and children. Why do you talk back to others? He actually has a very good personality among the coaches. And he can understand a girl's thoughts and feelings. He also understands that I am under pressure. The nervousness and anxiety before the game, so I always joke with him during training. When I am tired, he always asks me to train. When I really couldn't practice, I also joked with him. I said, then you come and practice for a while. I think this is a kind of tacit understanding between master and apprentice. But we never fall out because of this kind of thing. He understands that I am venting and telling him that I am tired. You still let me practice here. In fact, sometimes I just hope to get his understanding and recognition, to complain to him. Or if you don't want to practice, then don't practice. That kind of thing has never happened before. People say that on the internet. You have an old father following you. You help me pull boxes and stuff in the Olympic Village every day. You are used to it, right? I said, help me pull it again. I am not used to carrying a backpack myself. He would also say that he said you have finished playing. You still want me to pull for you. I said you can't be a coach. You can only pull for me during the game. You have to pull for me at other times. We sometimes bicker. He treats you like his daughter. I think so. I feel like we are really like family. We are really the same. Not to mention the days when we fought together.
在巴黎奥运周期，孙颖4不敌陈梦，摘得银牌。
Why did you lose?
还是节奏吧，就是
You didn't adjust your mentality and rhythm.
对，有点着急。对，那
Those few balls now make me think. I still remember them vividly.
最忧心的。
Singles is very important for an athlete, especially for an athlete ranked first in the world. You will definitely take it very seriously, but it is a pity that I lost the game. Many people are talking about regrets or something. What about not being able to realize your dream? Not being able to complete a grand slam or break a record. These will already give you some invisible pressure, because you can't control the internet. How can Pia Pli go and say, I would have been sad after losing? But at least I think I still have a chance. Go and chase the next for years. The final of the women's singles. Many fans who love you chased you from so far away, came to Paris to watch the game. Will it affect you? Of course, I would like to thank them first. Being able to support the Chinese table tennis team. Support their favorite players in the Chinese table tennis team, no matter if it's me or anyone else. But sometimes, I also hope that they can look at winning and losing rationally, rather than praising me when I win. Praise my coach, or my friends or teammates. But when I lost, I also hope they can be more caring and tolerant. I hope they can be more rational in this regard. I think it's better. I was really a little depressed during those 2 days.
接下来出场的是卫冕冠军头号种子中国队。
丹地市为中国队最终夺得冠军再下一城。
I can't be happy. But you are completely relieved because there are still team competitions to prepare and participate in. So the heart is still ready at all times. Then slowly and slowly. In fact, it seems that by the time of the team competition, when you score again, you will actually forget it. I saw a comment.
300枚金牌。
They said they watched you throughout the Olympics, 10 days of competition. They said you finished the mixed doubles competition. You completed the women's team competition. But you lost in the individual event. The women's singles competition. You won in terms of responsibility and tasks, but you lost in the pursuit of your dream. You won a silver medal. What do you think of your overall performance? I think it's a good summary. Everyone wants to achieve their dreams, but I think the Olympics, first of all, it's a 4-year preparation. Basically, countries all over the world come to participate, and they all competed at the highest level. So I think the original intention of the Olympics has always been to fight for the country. No matter what, I will first defeat the foreign players to win. Even if the women's singles lost, I think we both went smoothly and met in the women's singles final. We were in our respective half. In fact, we both held the line. The gold and silver medals were first of all Chinese. I have fulfilled my dream. Or I have achieved what I pursued. But first of all, I have already completed the general direction. When the Olympics are over,
当地时间巴黎奥运会火种灯，期待下届奥运会相聚。
you were invited to join President Bach. You not only represent Chinese athletes, also represents Asian athletes, together with President Bach, to extinguish the Olympic flame while walking on the field. What are you thinking about? It must be a great honor. Because I represent, like you said, I don't represent China. I represent the whole of Asia. So when I walked up that day, I was walking in the middle of the stage, and when I looked at the audience, I felt like I lost a game. Actually, not that many people watched, so I felt relieved at that moment. At that moment, did you think about what sports are? What am I pursuing? It is the Olympic spirit. You keep surpassing yourself. Then become a role model, may be passed on to future young athletes. He may say he wants to be like Sun Yingsha, no matter what the results are. I think I have a clear conscience. I think it's actually pretty good.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.